Hello there guys, welcome to my review of the 2017 Safari Limited Coelophysis. Now, I have kind of mixed feelings about this figure because it's good to have a Coelophysis, even though I actually bought this to be a Compsognathus in my next documentary, and well, as a Coelophysis, it has some pros and it has some cons, in my opinion. First off is I think they've overly fluffed it. Like, it's really good to see a really basal theropod completely covered in dino fuzz. But for Coelophysis, with like where it sits in the theropod family tree and where it lived and a number of other factors, I think this animal would overheat from being this fluffy. I think for Coelophysis it makes more sense to maybe have a scaly underbelly and underside of the neck, maybe fluff down the back of the neck, maybe on the arms and over the back, and the rest of it scaly. But, yeah, well, I bought this to be a Compsognathus, because the only other Compsognathus available is the Papo one, and I didn't want to get that because it's horrible and outdated. Some other issues, well, one other issue I have is the fact that they have not given it lips, which is very odd for late 2010s Safari Limited. And they've only... they've given it 4 fingers, which is accurate, I think. I'm pretty sure the 5th finger didn't really exist anymore. But I think for Coelophysids, it would not have a Herrerasaurus-like hand. I think the 2nd finger would be the longest. But it is accurate that the 4th finger does not have a claw. Although, unless the claws are in proportion with the fingers, which is not right, because the 1st finger should have the largest claw. And, well, body shape, this is just... yeah, body shape, this is pretty good. Like, the weird, long, lanky form of this rather basal animal from the late Triassic. They have given it, like, brow crests, which is an interesting choice. They are quite small, but I guess it shows that this is a male. But I don't think we have... well, there is debate on whether or not there is cranial ornamentation in Coelophysis, given that Lilian sternus, which is from Germany, is not known from a complete skull, but it seems that Coelophysids likely did not have cranial ornamentation, even though Lilian sternus is often portrayed with a Monolithosaurus or Proceratosaurus-like crest, but that's based on a very damaged skull, so I don't know. Well, this sort of cranial ornamentation, I guess, seems kind of reasonable, but it's sort of leaning towards a Megaraptorid-like skull, but I don't know. The colours on this are awesome. Like, I love the kind of dark orange with the black stripes and white underbelly, and then the contrasting colours. No shrink wrapping, which is good. Well, there's... actually, I wouldn't call that shrink wrapping, to be honest. It is a tripod, but to be fair, with this sort of animal, like, you'd have to give this thing a base if you wanted it to stand non-tripodally, because of how weirdly its body is built. So, some size comparisons. We've got my only other Triassic animal, which is the Collector Herrerasaurus, which of course is horrendously out of scale, because it's 1/60, and I don't know what scale this is. It might be 1/12 scale or something. Or maybe not. Got the constant of the Papodimetrodon, and then the Safari Coelophysaurus from 2022. And the Safari Iguanodon, which actually came out a year before this thing. And for something just bigger, got the Schleich Baryonyx. Yeah. So I've actually already used this in something. When I'm filming this video, I actually used it earlier this week. So you will be seeing it in my next project, actually, along with the 3 collector things I bought, which I'm going to be reviewing at some point. So, what am I think I'm going to give this thing a 4.2, because it's pretty close to being 100% accurate, but it does have some nitpicks. So, I think that's all for now, and I'll see you next time.